If we scroll down here below our basic info, the next thing it's going to ask about here is our income. Now, we don't have a W-2 to add, but if you did have a W-2 from your employer, you're going to click on Add W-2 and go through this process. But in this case, we don't have one. So instead, we're going to click on Independent Contractor Work or Self-Employed and click on Start. And we're going to begin inputting our tax forms. So we're going to go ahead and enter the form here, which is a 1099 NEC or non-employee compensation. If you have any other forms like 1099K or 1099 MIS, this is also going to fall under this category. But we're going to click on the Get Started button, and now it's going to ask you what kind of work is this. In this case, it's actually going to be content creation, so we're going to check that box, and then we're going to click on Continue. And then we're going to click here on Looks Good based on this IRS category for the work classification. It then asks if you have a registered business name for this type of work. So if you do have your own DBA or LLC, you can say yes. In this case, we're going to say no and click on Continue. And then you can enter your nickname here to describe this type of work. We're going to call this freelance editing. And then we're going to click here on Continue. And now it's going to ask you for some basic info about freelance editing. First, it asks if you have an employer identification number for this business. That's going to be no. And it also asks, do you have a business address that's different from your home address? That's also going to be no, but you can enter yes here if you do have an EIN for your business, for example, or a separate address. We're going to click on Continue. At this point, you can share more details about this freelance position here. We're going to leave this the way it's normally filled out, as it tells you the most common examples here, but you can go through this and make sure all of that is correct, and then click on Continue. And then at this point, we can add some income here under this freelance particular self-employment income. So we're going to click here under income and select add. And now we're going to add this particular 1099 NEC. There's a couple different ones we have to add here. I'm going to do one with you together, and then I'm going to import all of them off screen and continue the return. So the first thing we're going to have to do here is enter the federal ID or TIN shown on the form. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in from what I'm looking at on screen. At this point, you have to enter the payer's name, and then you enter the payer's address. And once you've entered all of that information, you're going to click here on Continue, and then you're going to enter the information. Now, the cool thing is it's going to tell you exactly which box to look for. So you have to enter the details here from box 1. In this case, that's going to be 28,586. And then you're going to enter box 4 if there is any withholdings. In this case, it's going to be a 0. After that, you're going to click on the Continue button at the bottom, and then you can add another 1099 NEC at this point in time.